Donald Trump slams Facebook, Google for censorship after assassination attempt, search results omitted, images deleted. Let them know we are all wise to them. Will be much tougher this time. Now, the narrative is that Kamala Harris is filling stadiums. She is, for real. And that this is the end for Trump. She's now going to come in. Maybe. You think they don't got a shadow campaign set up for this? You'd be wrong. And you can think whatever you want about Donald Trump, but they're doing everything in their power to stop this man. The man nearly died. So, yeah. But I wonder, I truly do wonder, because you got that story from O'Keefe Media Group, where a DNC, what are they, what's the guy's position? I don't remember his position. He said, Kamala can't win. Kamala can't win. He's right. Kamala can't win. So you know what they're going to do? They are going to hobble Donald Trump. That's how they play. Donald Trump took aim at both Google and Facebook on Tuesday after both tech giants suppressed or censored information regarding the assassination attempt against his life. A search feature on Google reportedly removed results for the attempt on his life. Facebook forced users to delete an iconic photo of Trump just after the attempt, with fist raised and face bloodied. Trump truthed. Facebook has just admitted that it wrongly censored the Trump attempted assassination photo and got caught. Same thing for Google. They made it virtually impossible to find pictures of anything about this heinous act. Both are facing big backlash over censorship claims. Here we go again. Another attempt at rigging the election. Go after Meta and Google. Let them know we are all wise to them. Will be much tougher this time. I want to add some context to this story that I think may worry many of you. And let's see if I can pull this one up. We've got a good old SCNR here. And we had a story last night. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, man. We had it pulled. Oh, you know what I should do? Oh, here we go. Secret Service sniper warns of another possible assassination attempt within 30 days. Because we should all expect another attempt to happen before November. This was an email sent by a counter sniper, outraged over what happened to Trump, warning it could happen within 30 days, and we should expect another before November. The email was deleted. Donald Trump says they're censoring him. Let them know we are all wise to them. We will be much tougher this time. Will we? If they really are playing these games, and they really did, and by they I mean establishment, political forces, military-industrial complex, intelligence agencies, the powers that be, as it were, wouldn't they try another attempt on Trump's life? They go to mention in the article the assassination attempt, Corey Comprator. Facebook claimed it was an error and that they were initially trying to censor doctored images, and this one got roped up into it. Google, however, was accused of election interference, and Google claimed it's because we don't allow political violence searches, which is clearly a lie. Because if you type in assassination attempt on, you get all these stories. Lenin, Gerald Ford, Roosevelt, William Seward, Bob Marley, Reagan, seemingly no issue. During the 2020 election cycle, Facebook, Twitter, and Google were all found to have been censoring and suppressing content that was negative for Joe Biden. And that's currently happening right now. Let me see if I can duplicate these results. So many people have been pointing out that if you search for Donald Trump, no joke. Here you go. I searched Donald Trump on Google. Donald Trump, 45th U.S. president. Top stories. Kamala Harris challenges Donald Trump to debate. Kamala Harris wipes out Trump's lead. Trump issues retort to campaign Harris. That's fine. That's a Trump lead story. Harris issues debate. Trump flipped. Okay, there's a Trump one. There's a Trump one. That's fine. Many people are pointing out that when you search for Donald Trump, it gives you Kamala Harris news. Well, it certainly does. It certainly does indeed. The Post-Millennial says that Trump leads Kamala by 4 points nationwide in a Harvard-Harris poll, but I don't really care all that much about that. I'm more concerned about the Real Clear Politics polling average. And I also got to admit, I don't care about this either. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in unprecedented times, okay? We are no longer in this period where we can look at polls and make any kind of reasonable determination. Trump nearly died. I love that Trump's got the bandage off now after 2 weeks, and they're like, how did his ear heal? If he was really shot, how did his ear heal? And I'm like, humans have this thing where their skin regenerates within reason. You may not be aware of that, but they're actually arguing that Trump's ear could not have healed. Take a look at this. Real Clear Politics average, Harvard-Harris, Trump is up 4 points. Reuters and Morning Consult have Harris up 1 point. Then you've got Trump up 2. You've got Rasmussen with Trump up 7. That may be wishful thinking, but I kind of believe it. All in all, in aggregate, Donald Trump against Kamala Harris up 2 points. I'm going to tell you, my friends, I am not convinced that Kamala Harris will even be the nominee. But let's take a look at what matters. First, I want to pull up 270 to win. It's a fun website. We love 270 to win, and make sure that we reset this map because this is the current map they have. And it shows Republicans with 251 electoral votes, Democrats 226, but it's all meaningless now. It's all completely meaningless because Joe Biden dropped out of the race and the polling is nothing. So let's do this. Arizona, Trump is up 4.2 according to the Real Clear Politics average. So you've got, going back to the earlier in the month, I don't know if Trump plus 8 matters all that much. So it's hard to say. Do we want to go just by the latest polls or by the aggregate when the polling data is like Joe Biden was just the nominee? I don't know. What do you do? You know what I mean? I want to make sure I get the exact date. When was the exact date that Joe Biden dropped out? It was the 21st. Okay. So taking a look at this, when you've got Hill Emerson after the 21st and Morning Consult, I don't know if plus 4.2 is fair. I would say plus 8 and plus 6. Those are pre Joe Biden dropout. So I don't want to use them. So we could just put Trump at plus 3. Simple. Arizona, that's red. Let's try Nevada. Nevada, we only have the Harris poll after, so we don't have a good aggregate. So let's give Nevada to Kamala Harris. And I think we should. And some people might not like that, but we're going to do it. Wisconsin. Wisconsin looks like you've got a tie. It looks like it's going to go Harris plus 1. You've got 3 polls after Harris joined the race. A tie, Trump up 1, Harris up 2. If you break it down, she has the slight edge. They give Trump the edge with 0.2 only because of pre-Joe Biden dropout. So this means that Wisconsin, Harris. It's not looking good for Trump so far. What else do we got? Michigan is up next. Right now, Harris is up 11 points in Michigan. Okay, they're giving Michigan to Kamala Harris. For whatever reason, Michigan is going Democrat. And already you are it's getting dark right there. Pennsylvania, this will be interesting. Donald Trump is the clear winner across the board in every poll. No question, Trump takes Pennsylvania. That puts Trump at 281 with current polling. Now, I want to make sure we get it all right, but I don't think we need anything more than this. If we go to North Carolina, Trump is the winner in North Carolina. We give him that. Georgia, Trump is the winner in Georgia. We'll give him that. And that's it. Right now, based on current polling, even with Kamala pulling ahead in some of these states, Donald Trump is still projected to win as of today with 281 electoral votes. So my friends, I ask you this. When a Secret Service sniper says we should expect another attempt before November, they swapped in Kamala Harris. She has improved in some areas. And I think I was being generous in how I tracked that polling, because in some instances, like one poll and there's no real aggregate because we don't have the data, Trump still wins. But my friends, that's Trump winning the argument. When they go to a regular person and say, who do you want to vote for? And that regular person says Trump. And they say, okay, we'll put it down for Trump. That means nothing. Nothing when it comes to ballot harvesting, when it comes to illegal immigrant voting, should that be a scenario. Nothing when it comes to fraudulent ballots, should that be something that it comes to. Voting rule changes, we have no idea. So I tell you this, if you sit back and you think Trump's won because I show you these polls or whatever, you lose. Because let's play this game. Let's do this. Let's go back, Michigan. That was a big hit for Kamala. They're saying, Kamala, I'm sorry, dude. This poll is wrong. Just flat out wrong. There's no way Kamala is up 11 points in Michigan, but we'll be nice. We'll let her have it. You take a look at, let's go to Nevada. Nevada, we've got only one poll. So let's go back to Arizona. Let's say this. I'm not going to count insider advantage and PPP because those were before Biden dropped out. So let's say we've got from 722, Hill Emerson and Bloomberg Morning Consult giving Trump a +3. Let's say that, let's do some math. Trump had, 75 million to Joe Biden's, what did he have? 81 million? 81 million votes. How are they about getting them? So we're looking at, like an 8%. Is that about 8%? So that'd be, it's about 8% advantage based on, let's call it shenanigans. Let's say that you believe it was shenanigans. 8% shift. Okay, well, Harris wins Arizona then. No question. Easily. The margin's too slim. Let's take a look at, what else do we have? At this point, with that shift, I think Harris is going to win everything. Michigan, of course. Pennsylvania, Trump's up 2.7. Nah, they got shenanigans in Pennsylvania. We all know it. Uh-oh. Now the Democrats win. Only state they need. This could be the electoral map. If they win Pennsylvania and Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, of course, I'm giving them all these states. But again, shenanigans. Interestingly, though, if it were Joe Biden, Trump was winning New Jersey. Can you believe it? This was let me show you the Biden map. This is absolutely hilarious. This is why they had to get rid of the oh my God. Here you go. 331. This was the map under Joe Biden. Oh, am I getting something wrong? What am I missing? No, I think I got everything right. Oh, Virginia was competitive too. That's it was 344. Talk about that. Wow. So do you think they stop here and simply just say, well, Trump's going to win, so we give up? They bring in Kamala Harris. And what can we expect from that? They're coming out and claiming that she's doing really well. You've got people saying, no, ignore the bump in the polls, ignore the stadiums. It's the honeymoon phase. The honeymoon phase is after the conventions, which is in a couple weeks. If she maintains this, she wins. And you'll say, but Tim, she's nobody voted for her. She's despised, basically. She's not the preferred candidate of anybody. She's never got a single vote. And I'm just like, yeah, it's called shadow campaign. What did you think? Did you think they were going to sit back and just let Trump win? He almost got shot in the face. It grazed his ear. Some people said he got shot in the face. Well, you can say he got shot in the head, but it grazed his ear. And I think the context is fair. He took a bullet, narrowly died. I do not see a scenario where the powers that be sit back and say, well, they got us. No, I think these are people who are deranged, and they will burn this country to the ground, and they will tell you they did if they have to. If they make another attempt on Trump and they fail, I would not be surprised if this country gets to the point where you actually have prominent members of the intelligence agencies coming out publicly stating, my name is so-and-so, we organized this, we have to do something now. And what do you think would happen? So it's funny, I don't know if you guys have watched The Boys on Amazon. They're at the end of season 3, I think it was, Homelander, who they decided to make Trump, and it's so cringe. The first seasons were good. It was like superhero politics, and they were just kind of like, narcissists. Then they decided to make everything just overtly political. But anyway, at the end of season 3, Homelander is at a rally. He's basically wearing the American flag, and he's like Trump. And then some guy calls him a fascist and throws a water bottle hitting his kid in the face. So Homelander, who's effectively Superman, laser beam eyes the guy's face, killing him. And then everyone cheers. And the criticism from the left as they mock these ideas is to be like, see, that's what you guys are. You'd cheer if Trump did this. They should look in a mirror. And they did this because Trump said he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue, he'd still get votes. He's a funny guy, huh? If the deep state came out right now and said that they were behind the assassination attempt. I mean, like some high-ranking intelligence guy went on TV and said, here's who I am. It was me and my men from our office. We were behind this. We have no choice. We must stop Donald Trump. The world is at stake. If we do nothing, the end is nigh. I assure you, these Democrats would cheer. They'd go on social media and be like, it's on. We know this because many social media personalities and journalists went around and asked people after the assassination what they thought. And many of these people lamented that the shooter missed. People have begun losing their jobs because they're posting online that they wanted the shooter to succeed. Tenacious D is over. Jack Black and Kyle Gass, because Kyle Gass says he wished the shooter wouldn't miss next time. I'm not saying everyone in this country would cheer, but a lot of Democrat personalities, it would be just like Homelander in The Boys. If the intelligence agencies came out and said, we have done this, we have done everything to stop Trump, and we will do whatever it takes now, mark my words, you would get Democrats cheering. Posting videos being like, yeah! I'm not saying literally every Democrat. A lot of them would be like, this terrifies me. But I wonder if Trump is not stopped, especially after an assassination attempt, do we get to that point where right before the election, or let's say this, Trump wins the election. You know, my friends, the Democrats say January 6th was bad. They say January 6th was an insurrection, a dark day for our country. Well, I'll tell you this. The leftist riots have been substantially worse across the board with substantially more dead. I mean, I think the only people who died on January 6th were Trump supporters. The media lied and claimed cops died. That wasn't true. During the Summer of Love riots, you had, I think, about 30, depending on the way it's calculated, it was initially reported like 32 deaths. I think they brought the number down to like 24, but that's just media calculations. And it's because some people didn't die no one who was riding through a brick and then hit someone in the head and killed him. But it was like during the riots, a guy was robbing a store and someone shot him. Things like that. If the Democrats lose to Donald Trump in November, they will make January 6th look like an actual summer of love. There will be mass riots. It will be all over the cities. And they will then, I wonder, if it's at that point, when the deep state loses and the machine says outright Trump is the president, do these people just come out and say, it was us and we've decided to lead the resistance? Because let me pull this story up. Let's see. Here we go. Ex-FBI honcho McCabe says Intel community members scared of being jailed by Trump may flee the country. So if Trump wins, what do these people do? What do you think they're doing now? I hope, I beg and I pray, Trump wins, gives us a marginally good presidency. The cities take care of any unrest. Trump does not get involved. There's no Insurrection Act. There's no National Guard. I think we'll get some deportations. I don't think we get mass deportations. We'll get some peace agreements. I'm hoping for that stability. I'm hoping that a second Trump administration will be better than, but comparable to the first. Meaning, if they don't weigh him down with ridiculous claims of being a Russian spy, and you end up with marginally good economic policy, marginally good, de-escalation of war, but still war, but no new wars. We're not going to get this pie in the sky Donald Trump to come in and arrest everybody. That's not happening. Military tribunals or whatever, none of that is happening. And it's always funny that the people are like military tribunals, like which tribunal is like with like 3 judges and they bring the person in or whatever. That's what I hope for. What I fear is that Trump gets elected and deep state Democrat establishment forces carry through with their threats they had in 2020 of pushing the West Coast to secede from the Union, destabilizing this country, exacerbating conflict and unrest in the streets, and causing chaos in this country. I hope for peace and stability and relatively tame outcomes. But honestly, I got to tell you, they tried to kill Donald Trump. And what do I mean by that again? I want to stress they, as in It wasn't just some random crazy guy. I don't know who it was. But you do not have in any real world a 20-year-old who snuck in with Secret Service and they went, oh, he snuck in with us. Let me break this down for you. Text messages reveal that the shooter snuck in to the rally with Secret Service. I don't believe it. Let's play out two potentialities. Secret Service is driving into the rally, and the shooter drives in with them. They all get out of their cars and grab their weapons, and there's text messages from a counter sniper who says, hey, a guy snuck in here. He's got a rangefinder. Just want to let you know. Why are they texting on phones? They use radios. Why didn't they walk up and say, hey, get out, you can't be in here? Unless there's something a bit more simple. He was escorted in. Now you can speculate beyond that. I mean, some people say, why were they texting? Plausible deniability. Yeah, no, look at our texts. We were concerned about it. Dude, I've been to Trump rallies. You ain't sneaking in past Secret Service. I was at Mar-a-Lago. You ain't sneaking past Secret Service. None of this makes sense. So I fear the worst. But I'll wrap that segment up. I'll leave it there. Next segment will be coming up at 4 p.m. on this channel. So smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, follow me on X at Timcast. For everybody else who's watching live, we'll read your super chats. And for everybody else not watching live, we'll see y'all at 4 p.m.